Good day, everyone. Welcome to Canadian music in the 80s and 90s and more, eh? Well, I'm hoping I have more guests. Doesn't seem like I do. Um, I believe I have Brent and Dan from 416. Thanks for coming, guys. Great to have you.
Hey, great to be here, man. It's good
Not
to
my
see
first
you.
time talking to Brent, but Dan, welcome. I haven't had you on yet, so it's great to
Thank you
have
so
you.
much for having me. This is great. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah.
biggest honor.
Like I said,
Yeah.
you guys made a total impression on me back in May when I went out to Mississauga, my hometown, by the way.
Oh,
Oh,
there
Um,
it is.
excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
When did
to to see the Rock and Roll sessions, which yeah, you guys were awesome. I didn't know who you were at first, but when you started playing, I was like, wait a minute, these guys are gonna I'm gonna have to watch this. This is good stuff.
You were impressed. It
that's
was our
great.
great sense of humor and our excellent study habits.
That's exactly what it
Yes,
was.
yes.
Well, and you're right, you really reminded me of a vintage 80s sound.
Really
Like
Oh,
interesting.
I really loved it. I was like, I was brought right back. It's like this is what the 80s was all about, you know?
yeah.
Like
That's
Yeah,
nice. That's a nice compliment.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. We appreciate that. It's not. I mean, it's not unintentional, but at the same time, it's not all that we do. But it's just yeah, it's in embedded in us. So yeah. And listen for the right beside me, all around the world. Just the nuclear hits, 'cause I've been here before. Right beside you, sometime long ago.
oh yeah, just and then when you sing "Kiss Me When It's Dangerous" with the singer from the band, that was
Andre,
awesome
oh,
too.
he's a
Oh,
sweetheart.
Andre,
Oh
it's not
man,
the first time you've done that. You've done that since, haven't you?
we just did it a couple weeks ago
That's
now.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Heineken stage,
Hmm.
we had Andy Andreas come and join us, and he just comes out there and turns it on. And one thing I appreciate about him is he's very musical.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
when we get together with him and run over a few things, when he just starts talking shop, it's like, okay, this guy's no slouch. You
No.
know, he's brilliant.
Well, it was funny when we met him in Ottawa when we were doing that tour with Strange Advance and the Box and Images in Vogue.
Believe it or not, he got a little bit starstruck. It was great.
I did, because I'm such a huge fan. They had two amazing albums, and so we got there early, and he was already there by himself on the stage, and we're like, "Hey, are you Andy? How are you? Whatever, Andreas at the time." And then next thing, like 10 minutes later, we're working harmonies.
Yeah, we were
He's
singing
like,
out in the parking lot.
he's like, "Hey, you want to like, hey, guys, you want to come up?" And we're like, "Yeah, of course." And he's like, "Okay, let's work on the harmony bits."
Yeah, yeah, he's great, you know, and
Yeah,
he's got a real ear for it too. But wonderful.
yeah, wonderful
So you
guy.
guys have obviously really gotten to know him really good over the past few years.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd
yeah.
say
Since
I would call him a good friend. I would call him,
yeah, we
yeah.
would now. It's in fact, he made that declaration at our show.
That's right. Yes, he
Not to
did.
repeat it because I mean came from his his own.
Right.
But he said yeah, he says I found my new best friends, and it's kind of how it was clicked so quickly, so instantly, and it's my mission. I haven't said this publicly, but it's my mission to get an 8 Seconds reunion happening. So
Oh,
it's my mission, man. I want to see those guys play so badly. So
It would be a good thing because so many bands are getting back together to tour.
yeah,
Triumph.
yeah.
I just heard that
Rush.
Paul Simon's going back on tour again.
okay, he probably shouldn't,
You
but
know, but
anyway.
but they're all kind of doing it. I'm wondering if Max Webster's going to do something. You
Oh,
know,
hey,
Well, April Wine's opening for Triumph, I think, on
that's
the
right.
yeah,
tour.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
right.
Great combination.
It is.
Oh, it's amazing. Wow. And they're actually coming to the East Coast. Rush is not,
Yeah,
That's
just
but
right.
Triumph is. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
give
have
it
to go
time.
to.
If that Rush thing takes off, they'll.
I think it's going to.
Yeah,
I think it's going to do damage that
I'm
way.
really happy for those guys.
So am I. They deserve
They
it,
do.
you know? So,
Yeah.
and I love the attitude. I love the vibe that they're doing with it. We're not re-earthing Rush thing. This is a
No.
celebration,
Well,
you
look,
know?
man, it's
Yeah,
like Toto going on without Jeff Porcaro. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like you got to do it. I mean,
yeah.
and how do you do it? How you can't replace a guy like Porcaro. I mean, Simon Phillips is
No.
a hell of a
He's a
hell of a
monster.
guy to sit
Great
in that
player.
seat. But
Yeah.
yeah, wow.
Well, I think the thing I love about you guys the most is that you're not just a great band, but you're fans.
Yeah.
You guys are music nuts too, just like I
Mm.
am. So that's the one thing we have in common. Now, you've been playing with Andre for a while now. Have you got some good stories out of him?
Ones we can repeat.
Yeah,
How
I
much
guess.
money you got, you
I don't know.
Yeah.
know?
Is a
No,
book coming out?
we were. I was talking to him the last time he's here when we were rehearsing. We talked about they opened the show in Ottawa with David Bowie and Duran
Oh,
Duran.
yeah,
So that was the
Okay.
David Bowie's Glass Spider tour. And he just was talking about that bit about that. I'm a huge fan of both, massive fan of Bowie and Duran Duran. And he said Duran Duran was really nice. And Bowie was like, walked on the stage just in time for the first song and then off the stage as soon as you're done.
into a helicopter.
Into a
He was going,
helicopter and
yeah,
whatever, and he was gone.
yeah.
So I don't think, and here I am wearing a Bowie shirt, didn't even realize. But
I won't tell him. I
yeah.
know, yeah,
But I mean, everybody who's ever said anything about Bowie has been exceptional. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah. But,
It's funny that you talk about fans and things like this. We've been really blessed, and I want to say that as far as who 416 has had an opportunity to
yeah.
play with and stuff. And I was thinking about it, like Saga and Modern English and EXTC and Art of Noise.
Glass Tiger.
You know, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, they opened for us. Remember that?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I
that's
can't let
right.
that one go.
That's true.
You know, so but Art of Noise and
Midger, of
yeah, of
course,
course,
and yeah,
yeah, a couple times, and
Doctor. I
we
mean, it's a Canadian
yeah,
encyclopedia.
but we've not met anybody that's been a put off. They've all
No,
been so
Yeah.
so
yeah, yeah, and even like we were in England um, earlier this year, and even just sending messages out to the guys from EXTC, and they'd
mm,
message us back, and it was
yeah,
all good,
yeah,
and I think they were on tour at the time, you know, but just the whole it's nice seeing just grounded dudes, if I
yeah.
can
Yeah.
put it that way, you know, and everybody looks eye to eye. There's none of this
Hmm.
nonsense. Even Midge himself, you
Yeah.
know, looks you square in the face and you know, like you were saying, remembering and all that stuff, and just a character.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember being so nervous about interviewing him first time because I didn't know what he was, but I couldn't ask for it. One of the nicest people I've ever spoken
Absolutely,
with.
absolutely, yeah,
Like, just couldn't
yes,
ask for a nicer guy.
no,
yeah,
you can't, and it's hard to believe. I mean, he's the who's who of music when you think about the people he's worked with,
oh,
and the you know the degree of which he's done it, like
Yeah.
from Wembley Stadium to like Band Aid to Ultravox to everything you can imagine. It's just and to be that grounded, it's remarkable.
yeah, yeah, and he
Yeah.
actually he's got a place in Bath, and we were in Bath,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
one of the most beautiful places
yeah.
on the
Beautiful
planet.
city.
The whole place looked like a movie set.
Did
You know, it was
yeah,
just gorgeous. But you know, he's got a place there, and he also lives in. He's got a place in Portugal.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
weird. But yeah, interesting.
I
But,
think that's how Ed Sousa said he connected with Midge because he's from Portugal.
That's right.
So
yeah.
they talked quite a bit about that, and they're really good friends to this
Yes,
day.
yeah,
So
yeah. Ed's a
Yeah,
great guy.
yeah.
yeah, he puts on those great shows. I mean, it's just an amazing weekend. Like, you don't get a lot of sleep, but you know what? but who needs it? You know,
I know. Well,
you
even
just you
Yeah,
just
even
too.
us. Sorry, we were there every like each of those nights just to watch the other bands because we're such like you say we're fans, and
yeah,
I mean we know most of them, we've played with most of them, and so it's good just to go hang out and mean your hometown boys there for Haywire this year, good friends of ours, and and it was just good to see all these guys in a night like that.
and we're really grateful that Ed put us on that festival last year, and he knew he had to because if he didn't, we'd kick the crap out of him. You know,
Yeah,
no, we love Ed, and Ed has been really good to us.
really good to us.
He's blessed us in so many ways
Mhm.
and stuff. Like even
Forever
thinking
great.
back about how Brent and I met, and I don't know if you know this
Oh, I
story,
think I might have told them.
but I had heard that 416 was playing at the El Combo, and Brent had reached out to me, and I says, you know, my wife and I, we're coming. He goes, no, 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 I want you to play, and and
Yeah.
that's how this whole thing started,
Yeah.
you know. And he hasn't been able to get rid of me since.
I know. It was the
So
biggest mistake of my life, Alan.
yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Dude, we're going psycho with this
It's like
guy.
it's like meeting a lost puppy, and the next thing
I know, I know. And
no.
Brent says to his wife, "We got to make him normal." No.
No, you don't want that. What's normal about this industry, right? So,
Oh, I know, I know. And I think that's another thing that's made it work for us is as much as we take what we do seriously, we don't take things
I
seriously.
know.
If that makes any sense.
no, I mean, and you can't. You
Yeah.
can't. If you took it too seriously, you'd be really disillusioned, I think, about a lot of things from what I've
Yeah.
heard from some people I've
Or
interviewed,
you end up broke.
or both,
Yeah. You
Yeah,
don't,
it's
or
like or what? Sorry.
or both
Yeah,
yeah.
both.
We're not buying a Learjet this week.
No.
this week.
Maybe next week, but not this week.
It
Not
was
this-
when we did that show, this event with Glass Tiger, and Alan Frew wasn't feeling the best, so they said, "Is it okay if we go on first?" And we threw a big fit, saying, "No, we insist on going on first." We're like, "No, I mean, does that mean you guys are going to open for us?" And they're like, "Yes." And we're like, "Okay, well then we're okay with
Yeah,
that."
yeah, we were fine. We were fine. I mean, so
It's
and
not every day someone in our position gets a band like that to
exactly.
open.
And we made sure that everybody at that event knew what was happening.
Of course you do.
No,
That's right.
and we love those guys, honestly,
super
all of them.
guys,
You know,
super guys,
excellent.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, as they say, you shouldn't meet your heroes, but it doesn't sound like it's been such a bad experience for you.
I've got to say, over the years, I've met pretty much a really big chunk of my heroes, whether playing with them or just going to see them, and they've all been, I mean,
I mean,
exceptional,
I haven't been disappointed with anybody I've interviewed yet, and I'm
fantastic.
really happy about that.
awesome, awesome.
And it's nice to run into some like I ran into Gord from the Spoons
Mhm.
Yeah,
at Rock, and I've interviewed him a couple of times, and
Mhm.
it was
great.
weird to have him know who I was.
Oh,
You know,
that's great though.
He's a sweet man.
We ran into him on Saturday, didn't we?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really busy. He's got the Spoons, he's got
Flock of
Flock of
Seagulls.
Seagulls now, and
Yeah, yeah,
and they've got new music coming out too. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think great record. Yeah.
wow, and that's the thing I really like pushing. Like I really like the fact that these bands I've been talking to are still at it. You know,
Yeah.
they're still making new music. They're still out playing shows.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
Even like speaking of the party, we had all the Spoons guys there and the Kings.
Oh,
And
right, yeah.
great because I was telling, hey, we've got royalty and cutlery. You know what I mean? All in the same party. But you're talking about new music.
Yeah.
Dave from the Kings, they're writing new stuff.
Yeah, they're right.
You know, so it's
Spoon's got a new record
yeah,
coming out
yeah,
too.
it's
So
Yeah.
it's exciting.
yeah, it's very
Very
good.
exciting. And Honeymoon Suite's been releasing new music like crazy
Oh,
too. And they play for Ed every year, I think, most of the
Yeah,
time.
they're not on this year
They're
though.
not. They're taking a break this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're either too busy or they need a break. You
They
know,
probably
so
do, because I don't think they've stopped in the past
No,
3 years,
they're
have
just
they?
they're troopers. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, not to get too much about McBowl, but we do love to talk about it. But next year is the 10th anniversary, so I think they want to make that really special. And I think Honeymoon Suite, have done every
Yeah.
year. So they just said, let's take one break and then make the 10th anniversary really special. So
Another reason to come back to Ontario for a visit.
yep, absolutely.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Jesus Jones is going to be there this year.
That's
Yeah,
right.
They can't
Jesus Jones.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Yep, and Gene Loves Jezebel.
Gene Loves Jezebel, and who was the other one?
Haywire,
Yeah,
and
Haywire.
Um, I think
Strange Advance.
yes, Stranger
Strange
Band.
Advance. Yeah.
Yep.
Teenage
Yeah.
Hip, but third one on the other night. But yeah,
Uh-huh. Have you seen Strange Advance yet?
Derek.
No, I interviewed one of the guys
Drew?
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
You
was
got to see
really,
their show. You got to see their show live. The
They're-
visuals are just stunning.
Yeah, and
and I
they
love their music.
Yeah.
sound so. It's like putting the needle on the record. It's
Yep.
just so rich, and it's amazing. You know, it's funny because when we toured with them, we just went and watched them night
Oh,
after
man.
night after.
Yeah.
You know, we could have gone, left, but no, we're sticking
And
around.
Great guys, great hanging. In fact, Rob Bailey, the keyboard player from Strange Advance, he's just laid down some work for our new track coming out, So Hollywood, which will be out in January. So there it is.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
When did you start working on that? Like, is that something that's been in the works for a bit, or?
Yes, that song's been around for a couple years. It's seen bunch of variations of it. It stops and starts, and then Mladen, who our guitar player, who you saw at the McBowl,
Yes.
um, we just started working together on it, and we just totally tore it down and rebuilt it, and it just sounds phenomenal now. So excited about this.
Private jets and limousines, with perfect smiles and magazines.
And we debuted it at our show there a couple weeks ago at on the Heineken stage,
Yeah, it went over huge.
and people were like, I was so blown away by the feedback on it.
Yeah, it was amazing. And also too, it's also Brent's vision of what he wants to do
Yeah.
and Mladen's interpretation
Mhm.
of Brent's vision, if that
Right.
makes any sense.
Yeah.
And Mladen, he's not a slouch. That guy, he knows his stuff, and he's worked on a lot of things that you're familiar with.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, but he just, I remember laying the drums down on that, and we did it. We did it on my deck in my backyard. Full electronic kit. You know what I mean? Electronic cymbals, but high end, like real, real good stuff. And I remember doing this. He's got his laptop set up, and the sun is shining, and I got the in-ears in. And man, I love recording like that, as opposed to being in a dark room with candles. You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, it was fantastic. And then when I heard the first draft, I was like, "What's going on here?"
Mhm.
And I was really liking what was happening. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's funny because that song he says, "Oh, I know you like, he played that show with us, so he knows what we're all about." And he's become like a very integral part of what 416 is going to be
Right.
on his new record. And he says, "Okay, so he did the synth line for the intro." And and I was just like, okay, yeah, it's a pretty cool synth line. So it just something wasn't vibing.
Right.
So they went to his studio and one night, and we just sat in the room and talked about it. I said, okay, everything's here, but it's not hitting me yet. And so and he starts talking about the synth line, and I said, I said, if you tried it on guitar, did you write that on guitar, that synth line? And he goes, no, I wrote it on the keyboard. I said, try it on the guitar. So he goes, okay. So he just pulls over the electric guitar, plugs it in, and plays it. And I was like, that's it.
Done.
Yeah.
That's I said, man, that's a cross between like the Cult and every other 80s. I said that is like Seashell Sanctuary. It's like it's just the riff on it. I said, dude, this is it. This is where we go. And ever since then, it's just been like amazing. And like what Dan's work put on that, and then we're just piecing it together as we get the stuff from Rob and the keyboards, and it's just been phenomenal. So.
Mhm, mhm.
It's great to work with people like that, that can really bring something to your idea that you're looking for.
And he
Yeah.
pushes you too, though. Like even when we went in to do the
Oh,
vocals,
God.
what I mean?
He's like a
Come on, you,
vocal.
you got another one for me. Come on, come on.
Yeah.
And he hears things
Yep.
that we don't hear. Like, on the last portion of this, Dan, he goes, I just need a little tail of vibrato. Can you do it for me?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he made a joke because I ran out of wind. Come on, start jogging. So the vocal take where I held a note for a really long. Okay, we get it. But he's just a great guy to work with.
Yeah, he did it with the lyrics too. Like he was just like, "Are you okay?" I've never been challenged lyrically like he challenged me. And as frustrating as that is in the moment, I absolutely appreciate it because the clarity that he got out of it was. I tend to be a little more abstract, perhaps. The school of David Bowie in that sense, where like not everything and not every line has to connect. They can just be stand on their own and be interpreted however you want to interpret it. But he was like, "What's your message?" And what's the better way to say this? And I was just like, "Oh, okay, man." And we tore it apart, and we really, I'm so proud of it now, and I can't thank him enough for cracking the whip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So is there more material coming? More
yeah.
new stuff
We've got
coming?
Yeah, we've got at least probably 3 or 4 more songs that we're going to start working on, and I mean, I want to have something ready to go, pressed on vinyl by the late spring or something. So Yeah, we're gonna get on our
And what
horse.
about shows? You got some gigs lined up for, like, you had a really busy year last year.
No, it was
We did.
insane. Yeah, the shows are coming in, and
Yeah.
I think we're going to be come summertime be a little bit more selective because we just worked really hard
Yeah.
this year. Not saying that it's a bad thing, and
No.
and if things are really good, we're going to do it, but we're going to again be selective because I think I burnt myself out this year quite a bit. I was like,
It's the 3 hour shows sometimes that we did
Yeah.
a lot of those that really take a lot out of you, and it's great. I mean, I think it really, helped us, bond even tighter musically, which
Yeah.
is great. But, by being selective, we just want to pick, more choice shows that are just going to just, we
Right.
want certainly a lot more full band shows.
yeah.
Um,
Also,
yeah.
too, like even like when we were out with the box, we did a theater which was like 10 minutes from my house, which was convenient. But as much as it's great to go and do a theater 10 minutes from my house, that's an 8 hour day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
get there, we gotta wait, and do our thing and
Oh, you love every minute of
of
it, though.
course you do.
Yeah.
Of course, but you're sitting there, for 6 hours waiting for that moment to get on stage,
Right.
to do the thing, and then it's like, all right, where's catering?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's true because our sound checks are literally 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
We put a stuff on the stage, we sound check 10 minutes when we're doing the duo thing.
Yeah,
And
sound guys love us because we just okay, that's fine, good,
Yeah.
we're good, yeah.
they're like, you're done? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it. Yeah, it's fine.
We do half a song. We're like, we're good. You
Yeah.
good? We're good.
As long as I can hear, yeah, we're good, we're fine.
They're just like, really? We're like, yep, that's it.
I interviewed, one of my favorite interviews is Blair Packham from the Jitters.
Oh, he's a character, yeah.
Oh, one of my, if you
Yes,
got to go
man.
back to one of my interviews with him where he talked about when the Jitters were opening for the Kinks
Oh, yeah.
and their sound check,
Yeah.
because they were waiting. You got to watch him tell it. It's so I don't want to wreck it for you, but it's quite a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play in a band with Matt Greenberg. It was
Okay.
myself, Matt Greenberg, and Kenny McLean.
Oh.
And
Oh yeah, you were in Platinum Blonde, weren't you?
that's right. Yes. So I played with Matt and Kenny, and we did this trio thing, and because I hadn't played in Platinum Blonde at that time, I had played with Honeymoon Suite, and Matt was from the Jitters, and of course Kenny from Platinum Blonde. So it was a really easy sell, and we could go out and play David Bowie, and the place would just go crazy, But Matt, there's another guy. Like you could see, these guys are such seasoned players, and
Yeah.
getting him and a guy like Blair together to work together, it's decent. There's a magic, kind of like working with Mladen,
They did a reunion show not long ago. I think every year they're doing it now. Blair's been getting the Jitters back together.
Jitters, yeah,
doing a
fantastic.
show at Hughes Room or something like that. And
Oh,
That's
good.
pretty cool.
well, he was actually just here on the island a couple of months ago. He was involved in a John Prine tribute,
Wow. Good for him.
and they brought it to Summerside, and we went to go see them there, and I got to talk to Blair in person,
Oh, good.
which is great. But that's a really good show. They're like five guys on stage who are just absolute nuts for John Prine, and it's nothing but John Prine music, and it's just
Yeah.
amazing.
It's amazing.
If you ever get a chance to see it, I think they'll do it again. So, but if you ever get a chance to see it, it's quite good.
Oh, good.
But I'm hoping Ed discovers the Jitters soon because I think they'd look really good at Nick Ball.
Yeah.
There's still a few that he could pluck out of, it'd be nice to see him pull a few more in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pushing to get you guys here on the island at Somo Fest, as you know.
Thank you. Yeah. That would be.
You guys would totally blend in there. Like from what the bands I've seen play there over the years, like I go there and the headliners are great, but I look forward to going there every year and seeing new stuff that I've never heard of before. That's what I look forward to. Like I must spend most of my time at the small stage, the tent
really?
stage, because I like discovering new stuff, and I've discovered so many bands I didn't even know existed, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
wow, I've become fans of, and that's what I look forward to, and I think you guys would be like that.
And when the world goes crazy, I'll need someone to save me. It's you. It's what you do. And when you drive me mental, you're still beautiful. It's true, but that's just you.
Oh,
if you
Well,
came to
great.
Somo Fest, everyone would go like, "Where do these guys come from?"
right. And look, you can let them know that like we have no problem letting 21 Pilots open for us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, we're
We're
fine.
pretty, yep.
We'd let them do it. That's
We're
fine.
pretty chill like
Yeah.
that.
Actually, we'd actually let them come and have some of our rider,
Yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
I'm good with it. I'm good with it, so.
So you guys are flexible. You're easy to deal with.
Yeah, well, Glass Tiger did it. Sure, why not? So
Yeah.
I've been I'm bugging Ed to get Donnie Iris in,
Oh, yeah.
and we have a connection to him down in the States, and he's a Pittsburgh cat, right? So and
Yeah.
a very good friend of mine that lives down there. Him and Donnie are really tight, and so I'm kind of poking Ed. Come on, get him up here, get him up, because that'd be great.
But the one
Yeah.
thing, this is the one thing I'll say about Ed, and I think I respect about him more than anything is he's so into it for the love of the music. He says, I'm
Yeah.
not going to book anybody that I don't really like.
I appreciate that.
And I
Yeah.
mean, I get to a degree, it can't be all about him, but he's smart about the way he does it.
He is.
And, and I love that he's true to who he is and what he loves. He goes, it's a lot of work, and I'm only going to do it because I love, the music, and you can't ask for more than that.
He told me I was part of the family now, and that really
Oh man,
kind of hit there, because I've been like, I have a Facebook group that goes with the YouTube channel, and I plug his stuff constantly. If something new's been posted, I'll share it on the Facebook group constantly.
Amazing.
And same with you guys. If you guys are doing anything, that'll get put up on the Facebook group as well.
thank you.
'Cause
Have you
it's
reached out to me on Facebook? Sorry.
I haven't, but you
Look,
you know
please
you
do
know
that.
we will. Yeah.
Yeah, and get me on Instagram as well.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
And I'll get behind. I'll start plugging what you're doing. Absolutely.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Man, I really brought back some memories when you mentioned Kenny McLean, because
Yeah.
that "Don't Bullet Back" song that he did back in
How many times did you
it
play
still
that?
hits me every year. Every
Yeah.
time I hear that song, it just hits
great
me. I'm
song.
like what an amazing artist that man was.
Yeah, he was. You know what? A lot of people don't realize how great of a guitar player he was.
Yeah.
And I remember we'd be playing someplace, and just in that mode is getting, finishing up a tune that's getting loud. All of a sudden, da 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 da, ticka down, ticka da da da. So we get into the Zeppelin stuff, and he could sing it because he had pipes, killer
Oh
pipes.
yeah.
And we're doing that whole freaky, solo thing with all the cymbals and stuff, ding, 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 and then he'd do that, and that big scream, and I'd make him hold it. I'd make him hold it, and he could. He'd look back at me. I'd see he's like turning like a tomato. You know what I mean? And just to get right back into it, I'd make him hold it just because it sounded so cool. And then again, that was with Matt. But Kenny was a monster.
Yeah,
Such great talent.
he truly was. Like, I mean, I couldn't believe when I heard he joined Platinum Blonde. I was like, Platinum Blonde? Well, I think, was it because they wanted a bass player so Mark could get out and do
To free up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
It was a
heard.
good choice.
Yeah, it was a great choice. I mean, he's a fantastic musician, and I think they really improved them as musicians too when you bring a guy like Kenny in there.
Kenny, he even said to me, he goes, I'm not a bass player, but I learned the parts. Mark is actually quite a fine bass player, and one thing that I learned playing with them when I joined Platinum Blonde, when there was a bass player, guitar player, a keyboard player, and myself, is the bass player that was on that. Him and I had played together with everybody,
Right.
and the funny thing was when we just kind of fell into a pocket with each other. But when I finally played with Mark, not to say that one isn't better than the other, the songs came to life because they were just like the record.
Yeah.
Mark was the one that laid those parts down. It was his playing, so his vibe was there, and it all of a sudden, all the Platinum Blonde rhythm parts came together, which worked. Like the feel was there. It was good.
Is it true Alex Lifeson played the solo on Crying Over You?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
No, I mean, it happens all
Everybody
the time.
knows it.
not a secret,
That's no secret. No.
It's nothing new. Like, I mean, a lot of that happens, right? A lot of people like play on other people's albums and stuff like that. And
Yeah, but now they would say "Crying Over You" featuring Alex Lifeson.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be featured, right?
Yeah.
yeah, that was a big '90s thing, wasn't it? Everybody was
Yeah.
featuring
Yeah.
somebody or something like that. No, no. Platinum Blonde's still doing it, aren't they? Are they still together?
I don't know. I know Sergio's doing a thing at Heineken Stage.
Yeah.
but I have no idea.
Yeah, I've tried to get interviews with them, but I haven't heard a response. I'd love to talk to them someday because they're on my list of Canadian legends,
Fantastic.
obviously.
Great band, man.
Yep.
Um,
Good
I
song.
Great,
I really loved them when they were a trio though. Like I kind of miss those days. Like I remember that video they shot at Nathan Phillips Square with like
Yeah.
those
Oh, yeah.
thousands
Not
of
in love.
people.
Not in love. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like overnight success with those guys too.
Yeah,
When I played with them as a trio, it was fun, and there was a lot going on, like with the computers and stuff like that, just triggering all this stuff. It was a challenge, because there were keyboard parts that weren't tracked where I was hitting a pad that would play a full motif that was
yeah.
time to click, and it was a lot of work, so it was good.
No, I recently talked to Terry David Mulligan.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
oh, that man has got quite a history in music business though. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, wow, I think he's been at it for 60 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like the guy's been everywhere and he knows everybody. But I couldn't believe the story about how he got on Much Music. Like he was hosting Good Rockin' Tonight,
Mhm.
Yep. Remember
but
that.
he basically went to Moses Znaimer and said, "You guys aren't the nation's music station yet. You're only in Toronto." He goes,
Ah,
"You need a West Coast thing," because at the time he was bugging them. Vancouver was
that
hot.
was very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vancouver was the hot music hub at the time. Like, look at all the bands that were coming out mid '80s up into the
Yep.
'90s. You had Loverboy and Bryan Adams, and
The Horror.
not just them. There were big bands from the States coming up and recording there.
Yeah.
Heart.
Little Mountain Sound. Yeah, Heart.
Bon
He
Jovi,
mentioned Heart. Yeah.
Aerosmith, all those guys
Yeah.
did their big records
Motley
there.
Crue.
So
Yeah.
like it was a no-brainer to get somebody on the West Coast covering what was going on out there, and that's what Terry basically offered them,
Yeah.
which I thought was really cool.
Smart move.
Um,
Smart move. It's like Michael Williams. He came out and introed us at the last show, and he's a really good dear friend of ours. And we'll get him up on stage every time we play to do something.
Yeah.
But
Give him a shaker.
he's one of the OGs
yeah,
for music, and he's been through it all too, man. Yeah.
you must love having support of a guy like that too.
Oh, he's
man,
fun.
He's fun. He's a fun guy.
He's a good guy. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I've talked to him before, and he was great. He was on the Much Music documentary tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
haven't seen that documentary, which I want to see, but just the voice on that guy is
Yeah.
hilarious. It's
oh, he had the perfect
God, he's
on-air voice, didn't he?
I remember when my wife and I were living at the bottom of Bronte in Oakville. We had a condo down there on the water. It was beautiful. Michael wanted to learn how to become a barista.
Okay.
So he was working at this coffee shop. And so of course I walked in and Mike, how you doing? And of course, I'd met him before and stuff. But also there was one day I'm driving by and there's people walking around and I open up the window, yell, Mike, and he looks over and of course all eyes are on him for a second because he's Mike.
Yeah.
He goes, hey Dan, what's going on? I says, just got a vasectomy. How about you? Nothing like yelling it to the neighborhood, right? So
Oh,
I got
yeah.
a bag of frozen peas on my crotch. So
That's the stuff that winds up in the book, right?
of course you don't have to edit that. That's fine. You can leave that there. That's fine.
Oh, I won't, believe me.
no, he
you know.
doesn't edit.
Oh, good,
it's
perfect.
all
I don't edit.
I didn't-
But-
Ladies and gentlemen, here's us grocery shopping. Ladies and gentlemen, here's me shopping for underwear.
Now we have to go film this.
More work to do.
At Christmas time too, it's going to be a nightmare.
Oh, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
boy.
So
Can I talk about Christmas music for a minute?
sure.
Sure.
What's your favorite Christmas music to listen to?
Well, I tend to love the classic crooners,
Yeah.
the Perry Comos and Bing Crosby's and Nat King Cole's, Dean Martin's. I love all those. But if we're talking contemporary stuff, there's a couple songs that I absolutely have to hear every Christmas or it doesn't feel like Christmas. One of them is Reggae Christmas by Bryan Adams.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely love that song. It's
Yeah.
so amazing. There's that one and Father Christmas by either Greg Lake or
Right.
Honey Sweet.
The
Both versions,
Johnny D is fantastic.
Okay. Yep.
they
Oh,
nailed
you
it.
crushed it. I love that. too.
Love those versions.
Absolutely.
And then the other one is Sting, who does Gabriel's Message, which is it doesn't really feel it. Not I guess it's not. Well, it was on that very special Christmas record, the first one.
Yeah. Yeah. I have it on
Right?
vinyl. It's awesome.
Yeah, and that is a brilliant Christmas record. All those interpretations are. I mean, it's got the Rhythmics on it, and
Yeah.
Bob Seger,
Yeah.
Whitney Houston, and Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, it's
But
fantastic.
that Gabriel's Message is just God, I love that so much.
I don't know if it's a Christmas one, but I can't get away from the Pogues Fairy Tale in New
Oh,
York.
that
I
is
was just gonna say that's probably
You know,
my favorite Christmas
who
song.
who doesn't
Really?
who
Yeah,
doesn't get choked up
that's
listening to
true.
that? It's like, and
It's a great one.
there's something about that song that just, it's I don't know what, pine cones he was eating before he starts singing. But he was great. And
That's how he lost his teeth. He was eating pine
yeah,
cones.
that's
Yeah,
probably.
that's right.
But there's one that I
Gotta
don't
be.
remember for the life of me. I don't remember it, but I think it's Mariah Carey.
Oh, what would that be called?
Yeah,
Well, that's true.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving right
It
along.
does kind of kick off Christmas, but
It does. Yeah, yeah. But
like,
Fairy Tale New York, I love it.
yeah,
Love
that
it.
is.
Love it, dude.
And I love Bruce Springsteen. I mean, when I was a kid, the first real rock Christmas song I heard was
Santa
Springsteen.
Claus is coming to town.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty bang spot on there.
No, singer. No.
No, but that was always the one I heard on the rock stations when I was a
Yeah,
kid. It's
yeah,
like one
yeah.
of the only Christmas songs they could play on
Why'd you give me a
Q107 at the day.
saxophone?
Yeah. But I actually count Counting Crows Long December as a Christmas song, even
Okay.
though it may or
I
may
like
not
that.
be.
I like that. Good stuff.
That's a
Oh,
it's a good
look, Bruce
song.
Springsteen's calling you right
Yeah,
now.
he heard that. He
Stop.
did it. Yeah, yeah.
And
1 second here.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I love Christmas music. I can listen to it forever. I get no problem.
do you know Natalie McMaster's Get Me Through December?
I don't know if I know that. I know Natalie
Um
Master, but I don't know if I.
Alison Krauss sings on it actually.
Oh no way!
One of my all-time favorites, guilty
Wow.
pleasure of mine is Alison Krauss and her bluegrass
Okay.
music. But
I'll check
um
that one out.
she's one of my favorite all-time artists. I know it's totally different from what you guys do, but I really have an appreciation for bluegrass music.
Of course. Wow.
Because it's just fantastic musicianship on stuff like that. Like she won more Grammys with as a bluegrass artist than she did when she became contemporary country music.
Well, she seems to whatever she touches turns to gold. I mean, her and that Robert Plant thing was just
Oh, it's
so.
amazing stuff, isn't it? Like, I mean, all
Yeah.
the Grammys they won, it was
Yeah.
such an odd like pairing, but it worked.
Well, I mean, that's testament too to Robert Plant, who I must admit I'm far more of a Robert Plant solo artist
Yeah.
fan than I am Led Zeppelin. Now, I
Oh, yeah.
love a lot of Led Zeppelin stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I love everything Robert Plant's done. From
Membership.
the Honey Drippers
Ship of
on
Fools.
Ship of Fools. That
Gary.
such a beautiful song.
Talking
oh
blue.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
he's just keeps evolving. Like, he's one of those legendary artists that has never stood still. He's never repeated himself kind of
right.
thing. Always evolving. Who else does that? Everybody else kind of just rests on what they, their history. He's never done that.
No, he never has. He really is an artist in the true form of, like you said, he'd never done the same thing twice.
Not really.
I mean, he's done the
Oh,
Zeppelin reunion once in a while, but I mean,
yeah.
you can't help that. You got to do that once in a while. But man, as a solo artist, he has done so much eclectic
So much.
stuff.
Like he did for a while a 3 album cycle. So when his first 3 solo albums were out, he had the same band. Phil Collins was part of that and produced those records.
Yeah,
And then, like, when he came out with the Now and Zen album, which had Ship of Fools on it, and he
That's a
did
great
a
album.
3 album cycle with that, which
yeah,
was Manic Nirvana, and then my favorite Robert Plant album, Fate of Nations. So that
hmm
was a 3 album cycle, and then after that, he did the Shapeshifters. So he did like another 3 album cycle. So like it's brilliant how he works. And
yeah.
each of those bands evolve, and now he's on to something different. And I hope that guy just goes on forever because
Man, there's so many artists we could just
Don't
sit here and
die.
talk about.
Going exactly.
I know.
And the whole bluegrass thing. One bluegrass artist that I really like was David Lee Roth.
yeah, that long lost David Lee Roth bluegrass album. I'm telling you, it's just. But we were listening to Tommy Shaw before we came on here. He
Yeah,
did a
yeah.
bluegrass album.
Really?
He did, yeah.
I like Tommy
Yeah,
Shaw.
yeah. He did a bluegrass album probably like 12, 15 years ago now, but
Might as well.
might as well. I mean, he's a Southerner. He loves all that stuff.
Got to do a country album. Got to do a gospel album.
Well,
Well, what's his name from Mike and the Mechanics? Paul Carrack just did a country album.
okay, but
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy is
He's
just
a-
a beast. He's a freak. That guy, is just something else.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
What a voice.
What a voice.
Oh, I mean, look at all the stuff he's done. I had no idea that was him on Tempted by Squeeze
Yeah. Oh yeah.
until
Very-
recently. I didn't know that was him.
Yeah.
Squeeze is
Like-
one of my favorite bands.
I love Squeeze. And if you sat someone down and played them like 4 songs by Paul Carrack, if you played them Ace How Long And then if you play them Tempted by Squeeze, and then you play Living Years by, which is not my favorite Mike the Mechanic song, but you play them that or Silent Running
Don't
or
Shed a
something.
Tear.
And then you play his own Don't Shed a Tear. And
Yeah.
you're like, that's all the same dude. They'll be like, how do I know all these songs? And it's like, yeah.
Because they've been part of your fabric growing up.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
great.
without realizing it. So yeah, we could talk about music all night, couldn't we?
Yeah.
And should. It should one day.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I can't thank you guys enough for joining me. This has been a blast. I hope this is not the last time we do it. I'm hoping we do this again.
No.
And hopefully one day in person. That'd be awesome too.
Yeah, we could do that.
absolutely.
Yeah. But here's to bringing you to PEI in September for Somo Fest. I'm hoping that happens. I will do what I can.
Thank you.
I'll push that. Ben, if you're watching this, you got to bring these guys.
Come on, Ben.
Yeah.
We'd
So
love to
Yeah.
meet you.
Yeah.
We've got a reel we're going to have to send you of certain people saying,
He's
"Hey,
probably seen it.
you got to check us out."
Yeah.
oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw the reel that you had on
It's
a while ago.
growing. It's growing.
As it should. I'll do one for you.
Yeah, there you go. We'll get
Yeah,
you
I'll-
on, man, for sure.
That'll be awesome.
You gotta
Thanks
do
for
that.
joining. I really appreciate this, guys. This is awesome.
All right.
Thanks, Alan. Cheers.
We'll talk soon. If I don't talk to you soon, have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Exactly. And make
all
sure
that
everybody
stuff.
has birthday cake for Jesus. It's his birthday. Very important. I mean that from my heart.
For sure. All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Cheers.
Take care.